What's up? It's Kevin, the nerds you love to know, over here at the IT Outlet, and today we're going to run down switching. And when I mean switching, I'm talking enterprise switching, not your local, Walmart device or, something low budget. We're talking enterprise grade switching. We're talking Arista, HP, Extreme, Cisco, Fortinet, Dell. Here's the jam. I'm going to rate these things on a scale of, S being the top one, D being the bottom one, and just kind of why I feel like they are in the spots that they are for me. So number one, I really think that Arista is the top of the food chain. That to me, there is so much connectivity and speeds and feeds with them. They were traditionally not a channel driven or a reseller friendly company, and they were working with large enterprise type customers like the New York Stock Exchange and trading stocks and in big banks and large corporations. And now they've kind of decided that, hey, we've really capitalized on the big markets. How do we move into that middle tier and those large enterprises, but not massive enterprises? And so now they're here and they're working their way through the system. And I really feel, again, with the diversity of what they have for connections and speeds and some of the software defined networking that they bring into the picture, this to me is the golden goose of switching. Next up, and I think I'll probably get a little flack for this, but I'm gonna throw Fortinet in there. Right? I know we've got some other pieces like Cisco and HP Aruba, but here's the thing with Fortinet. The beauty of that full fabric. What's that full fabric? So at the firewall level, down to the switch level and APs, they have a full fabric. So if you design a network, right? We've done this in hospitals, that are 300 plus beds. Like, it's visibility all the way down the line, and it's wonderful. There's nothing better than being able to see all your devices through a single pane of glass, for the cliche term that it's become. But it really is. It gives you visibility, and you can triage and troubleshoot, and it makes logging into the system and just seeing the ecosystem of the system, how it's working, how it's providing the data and connectivity that you need inside that business. Next up, gotta give it to them. Cisco to Crisco. I mean, these guys have been in this game for a long time, and they do know switching. They've been kind of that. I mean, I would say that's their home run play, right? If they're gonna have one thing they come out of the gates with, at least from my seat, I feel like their switching does a great job. They've got a good variety. They've got the Nexus line. They've got the Catalyst line, and I think that they really understand how to give, I think, everyday people and businesses, hey, here's the connectivity that we need. Let's go do it, right? So easy going. I feel like they do a good job, and they've been around a long time. So as far as longevity in the game, that's them for sure. Next, I'm going to throw up Ruckus. Ruckus does a good job. Here's the thing. They also have an AP package, a wireless package, in which we really enjoy here at the IT Outlet. But nicely enough that you can bring into that switching environment, and again, you can see downstream, and there's certain ways to management, on their cloud path and the way that you can see the network, and they do a nice job. And let's face it, they got the Brocade side of switching. So we all know Brocade used to be a big data center, busy, heavy type company, and Ruckus kind of got a little piece of that. So you can count on the underlying layer of Ruckus switching comes from the tutelage of Brocade. Good stuff. Next up on the list for me, boy, I'm gonna go HP. HP is super easy. Their warranties are great. I think they do a pretty good job on support, but much like Cisco, been around a long time, got great product. When they acquired Aruba, they really brought on some wireless technology that kind of pulled them into the mix, and it was Aruba, and Aruba had some switching too. So I think that combination of HP and bringing in the Aruba makes for a nice play. And Aruba does a great job from a wireless perspective as well. But on the side of that, the acquisition for Juniper just went down for HP, which is I forget how many billions of dollars that was, but it was substantial. So now you're bringing in like Juniper Mist in that switching platform. So I think HP is really going to make a really big push to become a powerhouse when it comes to enterprise IT. Their servers are fantastic, from the DL line to the Synergy products. I don't really mess with their storage a lot, but when they bring in more, switching capability along with wireless connectivity, like, that's going to be a win-win, I think, for a lot of people. So good on HP. I like what they have going. I don't move them up the list too far because I want to see what that acquisition from Juniper looks like. Next on the list is Extreme. Love Extreme because one, it's underrated, and two, it's purple, right? So what a fantastic way to make yourself stand out, is make your hardware, purple. So, but there again, they bought Aerohive, which, 10, 15 years ago, had the best cloud controller for wireless, and they made a great product, Aerohive. It was super, super sleek, very good looking type hardware, and again, sort of that cloud, enabled GUI or interface to manage was really kind of at the forefront when we kind of started this whole, cloud and, software in the, hosted type solution. So good on Extreme to buy that product, and it looks really well inside their portfolio, and they've been a strong switch player for a long time. This didn't really have the market share, or maybe it was the marketing team. Either way, still a great product and does a fine job. Last on the list, Dell. Dell's been around forever, but everybody knows Dell for the PC side of things and a few other things. They've got good servers. They've been through some storage products over the years, and you think of like Compellent and EqualLogic and just some of the stuff that, even the EMC side of things, which is still, relevant to this day. But they offer a switching platform, and they've got great speeds, 400 gig and down, but just not something that I feel makes sense in a lot of applications. I think there's other products out there that have other offerings that coincide with what the switch offering is. Obviously wireless, or tying to firewalls and having a full connectivity and fabric kind of look. So Dell gets last on my list, but this is how I grade the switching. So if you're out there shopping around, you have some questions, we partner with all of these companies and understand how they operate, what they have to offer, and what the new stuff is coming out. So questions, come find us. But at the end of the day, this is my list.